Hey everyone, it's Sarah. If you're new here, welcome back to my channel. I have a very great Pilates workout for you today. You guys voted on my Instagram story, so the winner was to do a full glute and hamstring based Pilates workout. You actually need no equipment today. Just make sure that you have a mat and some water, and that is all you're going to need, so we can go ahead and get right into it. I hope you're feeling ready for your glutes to feel roasted and toasted by the end of today's workout. You're just going to start by laying flat on your mat, and your hands are going to sit out to your sides. I want you to scoop that lower back up so that your lower back is flush to the mat, and pull that belly button under all the way through your spine. So if you were to put your hand under your lower back, you should not be able to fit any of those fingers in. You can go ahead and walk those knees together. Just a really quick short warm up before we get into it. Dropping your knees over to one side, exhaling through center, and dropping those knees over to the other side. We're just going to flow between these two sides just a few times, giving a nice little warm up to our back here. Let's do one more per side. Good. From here, we're almost going to do the same thing for a few more repetitions, but I want you to pull those feet up so that they're at 90 degrees. We're adding a little bit more of our own weight to this stretch by doing this. So still dynamic. So keeping those knees together. Inhaling as you roll your knees down to the ground, trying to keep those shoulders still on the mat, and exhaling as you pull up through center, still pulling that belly button to your spine and keeping those hips tucked so that your lower back is on the mat. Good. Once you roll through center here, you can go ahead and gently lower those feet back to the ground and pull that right knee in, extending that left leg flat away from you. Pull in and extend that right leg and pull in that left knee. And we're going to switch. Exhaling as you pull in and switch again. And let's switch again. Good. One more time slow, and then we'll go 6 at a bit of a quicker pace. So go ahead and switch for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can go ahead and pull that right knee in to match with your left. So just rolling a little bit, left to right feels pretty good here, but I just want us to do a few circles. So keeping those knees together, we're going to pull those knees in, out to the right, out away from you, and then to the left. So you're essentially just drawing a nice and controlled circle with your knees here. Just a couple times. Good, and go the other direction. So now pulling those knees in, out to the side and away from you. Nice little massage on the spine here. Good. Go ahead and finish the full circle that you're on. And then you can gently release those feet down onto the mat, letting those hands fall right to your sides. Pressing those palms in with all of your fingers grounded into the mat. I want us to bring that attention back to that engaged core. You want to make sure we're starting off with a really strong foundation here. So once again, tuck those hips. So if you need to, you can look at me to see the difference. See how I can fit my hand in here. I want you to scoop those hips forward and then pull that belly button into your spine. Now we're engaged. We want to keep this here. So we're pressing through our palms. Our feet are grounded. As we exhale, I just gently want us to begin lifting from our tailbone. One vertebrae at a time until those hips begin to lift off the ground, activating, squeezing those glutes and lifting them as high up as we can go, continuing to press through your hands and feet, squeezing those glutes, and then inhaling, rolling down from your spine. Once again, one vertebrae at a time. Hips are dropping last. Good, let's do that again. Refix your core if you have to, so engage and scoop. And as you exhale, pull up from your hip first, from that tailbone. Exhale, grounding through your palms and feet. Squeezing those glutes. Good, and inhaling. As you gently come back down, we're going to do that one more time, just trying to engage those core and glute muscles to prime us to get ready for the rest of this workout. So exhale as you peel up. Squeeze. Good, and go ahead and inhale down nice and slow. From here, you can go ahead and walk those feet together. We're going to do a variation of a glute bridge, but we're going to bring those feet together, literally touching, and we're going to raise it up onto your heels. So go ahead and take those hands, press into your palms, and this time make sure you're scooped and engaged. As we exhale up, lifting our glutes, those heels are going to peel up off the ground as we exhale. And then inhale, we're going to lower everything back down. Exhaling through your mouth, lifting those heels, still scooping those hips, squeeze those glutes. And inhale, lower to the ground. Good, let's exhale, bring it up. Again, squeeze. And inhale, down. Exhale and lift. Actively squeezing those glutes, squeezing the back of your legs, and inhale, down. Let's go again. Exhaling up. See if you can lift those glutes even a little higher than the first few we just did. And inhale, down. Let's go up one more time. Exhale, lift, and hold here. When we're adding in that heel lift, you're also going to feel it more in your calves and in the back of your leg, which is good. So as you hold it right here, you're still up with me. Those knees are going to peel open. They're going to abduct, but only a decent amount, probably about shoulder width, because if you go any wider than that, your hips tend to begin to fall. So once you're out here, you're going to pull those knees back in and inhale everything back down. So don't forget scooping of the hips, belly button to spine. Let's do that again. Exhale, pulling up, hips and heels, scoop. Open those knees about shoulder width, using the outside of those glutes to stabilize here. Bringing those knees back together and then lowering down. Now that we got the groove, let's slightly pick up the pace. Let's do it again. So exhale, lift and squeeze, knees open, knees close, and we lower. Let's go for 3 more. We exhale, we open, we close, and we lower. Good, last 2. We exhale and lift, we open, we close, and we lower. Good. And last one, hold it up there for me. We're gonna lift, open, close. I want us to open again. So we're gonna open here and close those knees. And open and close. Open, close. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. And gently lower. Nice job. So hopefully your glutes and hammies are feeling nice and primed here. We're going to go ahead and extend our right leg out, keeping that left foot planted. hands are in the ground. Now from here, we're going into a single leg variation. So pressing through your left foot. As we exhale, just so you know what we're doing ahead of time, we are lifting our hips into a single leg glute bridge and also peeling that knee in towards our face. So let's do it nice and slow to start. So take an inhale, pressing through your foot, your left foot and your palms. And as you exhale, you're going to still press through as you lift those hips, point that right toe, and pull that right knee in towards your face, squeezing your left glute. And you're going to inhale as you lower all the way back down. Good. Let's do it one more time slow. Press through the palms and your foot. Exhale as you press up, and right knee comes in towards your face. And inhale, lower. Let's go again. Press through, squeeze in, and lower. Squeeze in and lower. You got it. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, lower. Let's do one more before I give you an extra little challenge. And inhale, lower. If you're feeling good with that movement, stay right there. If you're like, Sarah, I want an extra challenge, you're going to bring that heel lift into that left foot all at the same time. So from here, as you press up through that left foot, you're going to shift the weight to the ball of your foot, lifting up that left heel, pulling in that right knee. Squeeze and hold for a second, and then inhaling, lowering everything. Let's do it again. Exhale, press through, knee to chest, lift that heel, press through your palms, and lower. Let's go for about 4 more. Squeeze in and lower. Squeeze in and lower. Squeeze in and lower. Squeeze in and lower. Woo, I'm already feeling that burn in my left cheek. All right, from here, we're taking it to the next level. We are going to hold that high bridge the whole time. So from here, as we exhale, still pressing through that left foot and palms, we're going to lift our straight leg high and our left hip at the same time. But as we lower our right leg, we're going to keep your hip up. So go ahead and join this with me. Let's do it slow together to start. So inhale, pressing through those palms, scooping that lower back, belly button to spine. Exhale as you press up. My right leg is straight this time, overhead. And I'm going to lower my leg, but not my left hip. So I'm going to straighten that leg over and lower and hover. Straighten and hover. Straighten and hover. We are doing our best to point through that right foot and to continue to press through your palms. Good, you guys. You are crushing it. This is one of those exercises that look easier than it actually is, right? 2 more straight. We're not quite done, but we're almost there. And up. From here, we're lowering. We're going to bring in a bent knee to your chest. So bring in a bent knee and lower. Now a bent knee again. Bent knee and lower. We're going to go for 4 more, and then we're going to pulse. This is 3. Keep this left hip up. Don't drop it. 2. Bring it up for 1. Pulse it here. We're up for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower those hips and foot to the ground. That left glute's already starting to feel toasty. You can do a quick pull in of your knees to give that left glute just a nice little stretch. And we're going to place both of those feet back down. Woof, nice job. Now, before we go right to the other side, we have one little section we're going to do in the middle to work the back of our legs. So primarily your hamstrings. So still in the same position, pressing through those palms, pressing through all of your toes and your feet. As you exhale, we're pressing up. Now I want you to take one small step out with your right foot and then out with your left foot, still keeping those hips up and behind you. So you're pressed up here. Then without dropping your butt to the ground, you're going to step in your right foot and in your left foot. Let's do it again. Step it out with your right. Step it out with your left. Step it in. Step it in. Good. Step it out. Step it out. Step it in. Step it in. Good. Out. Out. You need to actively squeeze those hips upwards, still bringing that belly button into your spine. As you walk out, you're going to feel that tension in your muscles shift from your glute to the back of your leg. If you have really strong legs, and this maybe is not a huge challenge for you, you can always walk those legs even farther out. The more you walk it out, the more you're going to feel it in your hamstring, but it has to be controlled. It can't be fast, otherwise you'll negate the purpose. Good. We're going to walk out just a couple more times. Second to last one. Bring it in. Out one more time. Hold it out. Hold it out. Lift those hips. Lift those hips. Let's do 4 bridges in this extended hamstring position. So inhale those hips down. Exhale, squeeze the back of those legs up. That's 1. Hold. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last one. Exhale up and hold. Squeeze for 10, 9, keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower those hips to the ground. Nice job. We're going to do the other side before we go to our next section. So this time your right foot is going to be on the mat and that left leg is going to be straightened away from you. We are going to go back to that first exercise, which is our single leg glute bridges, bringing that left knee in towards your face and exhaling it straight back out while also lowering your hips. So go ahead and begin pressing through your foot, pressing through those palms. Point that left toe. We're going to begin lifting first from your hip, then to your tailbone and up, pulling that left knee in towards your chest and bringing everything gently back to the ground. Exhale and pull that left knee in, squeezing your right glute. Inhaling back down. Good. Exhaling, pull in. Inhaling down. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, down. Exhale, pull in, squeeze that right glute. Inhale down. Now guys, keep going. This mind to muscle connection is going to be on you, all right? The more that you actively are squeezing your right glute to keep yourself high and up, the more you're going to be activating those muscles, working them, feeling it. If you're kind of just going through the motion, which you can absolutely do, all movement's good movement, but you may not be activating the right muscles or activating them as much as you would like to. So let's bring it in for 3 more. Up 3 and lower. Up 2, squeeze and lower. 1 more. Press up, squeeze and lower. Good. All right. Now we're going to go on to that heel lift. All right, just for about 6 of them. So pulling up through your right heel. Exhale, still bending in that left knee, lifting through your right heel and lowering everything down to the ground. Let's go slow again. Pushing through the ball of your right foot, pulling in that left knee, squeezing this glute, and gently lowering down to the ground. You are doing amazing. Go ahead and do that again for a third time, lifting that heel, keeping those hips high. Let's do 3 more. Press up, squeeze and hold. Really try to pull those hips up and lower. Last 2. Pull up, squeeze, find that balance. Inhale, last one. Up and squeeze. You can hear the little shake in my voice. And down. Woo! Now that right cheek is feeling roasty and toasty, but we got to do the last part here, which is holding our bridge up with a straight leg. We are going to raise that left leg up and down. All right, so pressing through palms and foot, pointing through your left foot. Go ahead and exhale as you raise that left leg straight up. Now I want you to keep your right hip lifted. You're going to lower that left leg and raise that left leg. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. Do your best to straighten that leg. I know sometimes one or both tend to be a little less flexible than the other, but you're doing really good. As long as it's challenging you, then you're doing what you're supposed to. You're still pressing through the base of this right foot and squeezing your right glute up. We have 3 more before we do our bends. So we're up for 3 and lower. 2, lower. 1, don't drop all the way to the ground. Keeping those hips up, we're gonna pull that left knee in and down. Oh, that just added a whole nother level of burning. So we're gonna finish our few of here, then we're going to pulse it out. You got it, pull it in for 4 and down. And 3, 2, 1, pulse it out and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, you got it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower, pull in those knees. I don't know about you guys, but that one got me pretty shaky. Really pulling that knee. Should feel a nice stretch throughout your glute right here. Take a second. A little rest, well deserved. Nice job. You can roll yourself up, and we are on to the next phase of our workout, which is going to be in our tabletop position. So go ahead and roll yourself back to the middle of your mat, but in a tabletop. So when you do this, your wrists are right under your shoulders and your knees are stacked right under your hips. I want you to step back with that left foot. We're going to start with a simple variation of a bird dog. So kind of like just a level 1 bird dog, just to get the motion of it. So for our legs, our left leg lifts up and down, and our right arm is going to lift up and down at the same time and pull together. So let's do that. So as we exhale, we're pulling our left leg back, our right arm back, and bringing it back down to neutral position. Let's just do that a couple times just to get the groove of it. And lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Just one more because I think you got it. Lift and lower. Good. Now let's do that one more time and hold at the top. So lift, holding at the top. My left leg's extended, my right arm's extended. I'm going to keep my foot pointed, pulling my back leg up and twisting my torso as much as I can. It's okay if yours does not touch, but you're reaching from your right fingertips to your left toes. And as you inhale, you're coming back out to that neutral position, not dropping that left knee. So let's do that again. Exhale as you rotate together, touching if you can. We're just reaching and back to center. Don't drop that left leg. Again, bringing it to touch. Inhale. I'm sorry, inhale as you reach back. Inhale as you reach back. Don't drop that left knee. Exhale. Here, let's go 2 more times. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back. From here, keep that leg up and bring that right hand back through center. You're going to feel it in this left glute and your stabilizing right glute. From here, our left foot's pointed. We are going to flex that left foot as we pull and exhale our heel into your glute. You're going to point as you extend. Exhale as you pull and squeeze that shin to touch your thigh. So that's kind of the motion we're feeling. Inhale, pull. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, we're lengthening that leg. Exhale, pull it in. We're trying our best not to drop that left knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for 4. Pick up the pace slightly. In 3, working that mind to muscle connection. 2, 1. Pulse it in. 10, 9, like a little kick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg and bring that toe to the ground. Woo, I was feeling those stabilizers right here so much. Now you're going to keep that left foot out. We are going to do a bit of a rainbow motion with this back foot. We're working a few different parts of our glutes. So go ahead, point through that toe, and just gently sweep your left toe out to your left side. So right to the outside of your left mat. Squeezing through your glute, you're going to lift that left leg, circle over, and touch right outside the right of your mat. So we're going to do it again. Exhale, lifting up like a little rainbow through to the left side of your mat. And up again to the right side. You got it. We're going to go up and lift. And again to the other side. Up and lift. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Before we add on, we're going to do a few more. So let's lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're going to add on a similar motion, doing a rainbow out to your left. But this time, as you bring in, do it with me, your left leg up. Once it crosses that midline, it's going to bend, and you want to touch that left knee in to the other side of your mat. So squeezing through your left glute, you're going to bring it back up, a little rainbow. It's going to touch the outside of your left mat. Exhale, lift. It crosses that midline, and you're pulling in your knee. So we're up and tapping, lifting up, crosses that midline, and bending. As you can see, I'm gently pulling back here. So I'm lifting, lengthening through, and tapping, gently lifting up, and bending. You guys are getting it. You are crushing it. Hopefully you're feeling it. I know you are in that right glute and left. Let's go for 3 more before we get our almost last layer in here. That was 3. Keep breathing, you guys. Last one. Up, bend, pull. Now from here, same motion. Stick with me. But now we're taking out the extension and we're just going to keep it bent as a rainbow. So from here, keeping my knee bent, lifting over, tapping on the other side of my knee. Pressing through over, touching the other side. Exhale, scoop over, and it's parallel. Exhale, scoop over, and crossing. Good. Continue this little combination here. Up and gently drop. Up and tap. Exhale up and tap. Exhale up. We're nice and controlled, as you guys can see and feel. This movement's all about control and muscle activation, not about speed. Good. Let's give me 3 more full ones, right to left, and then we're going to pulse it out. That's 3. Lift to that full range of motion. Make sure you're lifting that knee high in between. That's 2. Halfway done with the last one. And we're up. We're going to pulse it through the top. Squeeze that leg up. We're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently drop that knee to meet the other and send those hips back into a nice short little downward dog, giving a short little break to your much deserved glutes and those muscles in your back that are working so hard to make sure we get those glute gains and get a nice little roasty toasty booty pump in here today. That's what I need. All right, and bring it back to your tabletop. You know we got to even it out with the other side. So just to keep it even, step back with that right foot, and that left arm is going to come in front of you. Now as you exhale, doing that level 1 movement of our bird dog. So lifting and pointing through that right leg, and lifting and extending through that left arm, and bring it back through center. Exhale, lift and point. Inhale, through center. Exhale, lift and point. Inhale, through center. 2 more, just to get that groove, getting that other side primed for more movement. Pull up and center. Good. Meet me one more time at that extension. As we come up, now my right knee is finding a bend, keeping that foot pointed, not dropping my right knee towards the ground. And I'm twisting my left fingertips. You're either just reaching or you're touching, whatever your body's allowing you to do today. And then you're going to extend it back to a neutral position. Good. So I'm inhaling as I come over to twist, keeping that knee high. And exhale, extending, still squeezing that glute and that leg in order to keep my leg lifted appropriately. Good. And inhale, squeeze that glute to keep it up. And exhale, back. Inhale and twist. Exhale, back. We have about 3 more. You got this. Last 2. 1 more. Stay controlled. We're not dropping. We're not swinging. We are strong as ever. And gently bring that hand and knee back to the ground. For this next part, we have your rainbow. So if you need to, you can adjust slightly to make sure those shoulders are stacked over your wrists and your hips stacked right over your knees. You're going to take that left foot, almost got mixed up there, no, your right foot, I'm sorry. You're going to take that right foot, opposite of what we just did, and you are going to gently shift that right foot to the outside of your right mat, and we're going to do the rainbow. So keeping this right foot pointed, we're doing a slight lift up through the midline and tapping the outside of your left mat. So exhaling as you lift and a tap. Exhaling as you lift with a tap. There you go. We're lifting and tapping. Lifting and tapping. Good. If you're wanting an extra challenge, I was going to do mine, but I forgot. I left them somewhere at my work, but adding a pair of ankle weights to this would be next level for sure. So if you want to do this workout again, which you should, to progressive overload and to get stronger, you can definitely add a little pair of ankle weights here. Continuing to squeeze through your glutes as we tap. We're going to lift and tap for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I want you to lift that right leg right back up. I believe we skipped over one part, but don't worry, we are not going to miss it. We're going to do it right now. So lift through that right foot. I want you to flex that right leg. And as you exhale, I want you to pull that right heel into your glute, keeping that right knee high. So inhale and extend. And as you exhale, you're actively squeezing and pulling in. Inhale, extend. Actively squeeze and pull in. Now, as you do this, just like the other side, I want you to think about squeezing your shin into your thigh as hard as possible. Nice and controlled. Don't let that right knee drop. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Sorry about that, but that's okay. We're not missing any movements here. Let's go for 3 more, and then we're going to pulse it out with that 10 little kicks. So this is 3. This is 2. Keep that right leg high. Exhale, pull in. Good. Now, little kicks, heel to glute, in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently, those glutes lower back to the ground. Now we're going to go to the next part of our little rainbow kicks here. So right foot comes right to the outside of the mat. We are going to lift it halfway until it crosses the midline, and then we're going to bend the knee over to the other side, just like we did with our left leg. So exhale as you gently lift that right leg over a rainbow. Once it crosses the midline, you're going to bend that right knee in. Extend over and tap. Exhale, extend over and knee. Over and tap. Over and knee. Let's go again. Over and tap. Don't forget those breaths. And same as the other side, as you find that little bend, you'll find yourself slightly shifting back, and that's okay. That's going to help with that glute engagement here. Good. Let's do 2 more, and then we're going to bring it all to our bends. So this is 2. Last one. Pause here. We're in our little bend. We're crossing the midline over, keeping a point through this right foot, but now we're just keeping it bent right to left, right to left. So pull up and tap to the inside of your left knee. Exhale up and tapping the other side of your shin. Press through and tap. Press through and tap. Beautiful. Through and tap. Through, squeeze both sides of your glutes. One's working so hard to stabilize. The other one's working so hard to squeeze up that leg so that your right knee doesn't fall to the mat. They're both working so hard. We're engaging that core, pulling in that belly button to spine. You got it. We have about 3 more, and then you know we're going to pulse it out. 3 more full ones starting now. So this is 3. This is 2. This is 1. Press right back up through your hands. Squeeze up through that right foot. We're going to pulse it up and out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring those knees in and send it back, guys, to your child's pose. Walk those fingers out. Let your head fall to the mat. We're going to keep those knees in and narrow just for a few moments here. You guys made it to the end of the workout today. Let's cool down for a few minutes. That was tough. And from here, go ahead and walk those knees out, keeping those big toes together. So we're widening our hips a little bit here. And once again, let your head fall to the mat. Taking a few deep breaths. And as you exhale, pressing up through your hands, I want you to take one big step to the outside of your hands with your right foot and send your right knee forward to feel a nice long stretch in that left hip flexor, and holding here. If you end up using a pair of ankle weights or a band with this workout, I would absolutely love to know how it feels and what your experience is. I think I'm going to try this one again with and just see how it feels. I just wanted to give you options with body weight because it definitely, you still feel it with body weight, but I think it could add even another layer of intensity here. And once we're here, we're going to walk those hands back and extend this front right leg. Exhaling your head towards your knee. You should feel a nice big stretch in your hamstring. Good. You can even peel those toes up towards your face to get a little stretch in your calf here. And bring that right leg back to center. Cross through your tabletop and step that left foot up, sinking your hips into the ground. Hips are square. You should feel a nice stretch now along that right hip flexor. Taking a few deep breaths, really letting gravity do its thing here, pulling your left knee forward over your left toe. And walk those hands back, feeling a nice stretch along your left hamstring. You can let your head fall down to your knee. I took my left hand over my left leg to help here. And you can peel those left toes up towards your face. Get a nice calf stretch. Good, and bring it down through center into a seated position. I want to do one more just for our glutes. So I want you to go ahead and do a little cheerleader pose. So the bottom of your right foot to your right thigh, left foot off to the side. I'm just going to stretch my hands forward here, parallel to my right shin. Get a nice little stretch in my hip and glute. And walk it up. I'm going to switch legs, so bring it up and through to the other side, and walk those hands parallel to my left shin. Taking a few deep breaths. And walk yourself back up. All right, that is all I have for today. You absolutely crushed it. You did an amazing job. I hope your glutes are feeling nice and roasty and toasty, because I know mine are. This is definitely a repeat again workout. So anytime you're wanting some glute activation, you're wanting to work those glute muscles, you can always come back to do this workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.